When he was focusing on Jesus, he could walk on the water, but when he focused or do the impossible, but when he started focusing on the impossible,
like thinking he can control it, right?
fear made him sink. It says he was afraid and beginning to sink. So he didn't sink when he saw the wind. He sank when he was afraid of the wind.
So it's feelings then. No, the beginning of it, babe. When he walked on water, and then he said, "If you are Lord, if it's you, Lord."
Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water."
So what is that? That's something that's personal. That's a personal relationship right there. So like, he said, "If you love me, you keep my commandments," right? So what does that mean? Like, why did he ask? Why did he say that? Because if it wasn't Lord, he wouldn't go, right? Do you know why he said that? But I just think that like it's so significant because it's like there was no storm yet, right?
When?
Before Jesus or before Peter went out in the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a storm still? Wow, so he walked out when there was a storm? See, Jesus is in the storm. He's showing you that you can trust him in the storm.
They were in the middle of a storm for hours.
No, oh, trying to control the boat? Is that what it said?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jesus came because he knew that they couldn't control it. Right? He was testing their faith, baby. Right? So, read the next line. I mean, what do you think about that with the command me to come out? Like, wow, babe. That's a little faith. That's a little seed, mustard seed, right? Baby?
Yeah.
Read the next line.
So he said, "Come," and when Peter had come down out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, "Lord, save me."
So leaning on your understanding, you don't want to do that. But how do we keep our mind on Jesus? How do we fix our eyes on Jesus? Like, so when storms come, we don't have to be afraid. Know that God's in control. He's the one that can stop the storm, right? And it's his timing, not ours. I just love the forgiveness. Like, Peter made a mistake, and Jesus forgave him. You know? He didn't say, "How dare you?" But he said, "A little faith." That's not anything like, "How dare you? You're bad," or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He said, like a father would say, "Why'd you doubt me? Like, why are you not trusting me? I've done so many miracles. Why don't you trust me,
Yeah.
Is that showing like how sometimes we can be stubborn? And it's so hard to trust people? Because he's done so many miracles before, baby.
Yeah.
Why'd they fear? Fear of the unknown, maybe? What do you get out of this? I never thought about forgiveness. So if you make a mistake, he'll pick you up. He didn't let him drown. He had mercy on him. Wow. I like how those stories are in the Bible because it shows, like, that people make mistakes. and that God forgives. It took a while for them to not fear. I think it's because when after he rose from the dead, that's when they stopped fearing, babe. They knew, babe, without a doubt, he was God. You know.
Yeah.
So when we deal with things, babe, what do you think? You know, how do we not control? How do we trust in God? You know. And we're stuck in control. How do we get out of it? What do you think? Well, Peter did it. He made a mistake and he just began trusting God again. See, he said, help me. I'm drowning, you know? He put his eyes back on Jesus.
Yeah.
I really want to get this. How does... There's no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. How does this relate to this story?
How's what?
There's no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. How does that relate to this story? That if Peter knew God loved him, he would not drown, even if there's storms there. It's like, I feel like he should just show me a vision, like, when we're on the street, right? The dad's with them. Or the dad's a little far away. I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
And a car's coming. He'll save him. That's the storm. The car's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The child can trust the dad because he's going to save him from the car. Just like God the Father, he's bigger than the physical dad. He's the spiritual dad. And he will save us when we fall, when we make mistakes. I mean, we got to learn from him. Because if we don't learn from him, we're not going stronger in our faith. We're not growing stronger. We're growing weaker, babe. And our heart gets harder and harder, and that's what scares me. But, yeah, it's just like, God's not going to let us be hit by a car. Just like a dad, a good dad, a physical dad, will not let their child be hit by a car. You know what I'm saying?
But
What else do you think?
I already told you what I think. If you fear, you're gonna sink.
Are you still looking at the binoculars that way? Oh.
No.
What's another thing that we can connect to this story? Like a verse. Like the Isaiah? You're in waters, he'll save you, or something like that.
We gotta keep our eyes on Jesus.
Our perfection and finish our faith. He already did it. But how can we tell people, how can we show that Jesus already did the victory? By rising from the dead, right? Mm. I just want to get this. I want to get this in my heart.